Okay. Just take the lens cap off. Just wanted to say hi to Bob and JD, CSX, and our first commenter, Amtrak Fan 19. Sorry, didn't mean to knock that over. But yeah, hey there. Yeah, we will definitely go and check out all the good stuff. I have a lot of things to go over, updates to mention, things to see, yada yada. Anyway, let's start with the usual. If I can, let's see, open a new window. Should be posts. Yes, there are posts. Just double checking to make sure I get to all the train stuff. Okay. So you should be able to head over here. Hopefully it recognizes it. Yes, it does. For some reason I thought maybe I need to... Nope. Zoom in just a bit more. Scoot this a bit. Okay. Actually, I think I kind of like this more. What do you think? It's fine, it's fine. Not everybody knows the update. But yeah, high-end video rail productions. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so maybe there's too many ads. Let's zoom in again. So you might be wondering to yourself why Blue Lobster jump scare is a little bit bigger, and I think you will figure it out in short time. Just scooting this over to here. Checking Benny Boy's Discord, if it'll load for me. Just gonna scooch this down. Wrong one. Wrong one. There it is. Oh, no, wait. I was supposed to be at Benny Boy's. Okay. So this is where we left off. Just gonna scoot this over. Just a little bit more. This is what I get for having two screens. I'm not exactly sure when they'll be here. I just know that they will be here. Know about Caltrain. I've ridden Caltrain. On multiple occasions, though I think I should probably do it a little bit more. Kind of comes with the territory of being in the South Bay. But anyway, let me go fix or adjust this here. For some reason it looks like it's not... Oh, I guess it is supposed to be cut off like that. Never mind. Anyway. We've got The Rock. Unfortunately not Dwayne. I feel like there's something off about this. I just can't put my finger on it other than the cab looks kind of funny. And my wrist keeps cracking. Ooh, ooh. We've got an American livery on what I assume is a British train, so that means we're going to have to spin that wheel straight away. But I'm going to go check out the rest of this stuff here. This is an E unit. I wish I had the reverb, but I don't have that. Yeah, I should probably put that back into the public so people can see me humiliate myself playing Minecraft. Anyway, Goofy Amtrak feels familiar. Ace. I feel like we've seen this one before, but I could be wrong. But there's more. I'm not sure. What kind of Amtrak is this? And here we've got what I assume is a newly painted livery, because we can see that some of the plastic coverings for all the windshields and some of the displays here for the number plate are covered in plastic. I know, it's I'm so glad to be back. I was so busy last week. You won't believe what I was up to. I feel like obviously this is Photoshop, but it's a good Photoshop, and it vaguely reminds me of something that actually does exist. Don't know why, I just do. That's a repost. I think we just saw that, and that's a repost. Yeah, I can't imagine a world where that isn't the case. Bruh. Bruh. Why? Why would somebody make this? And I'm not exactly... Oh, right, this is via rail, but it's on a freight car. We've got the Kansas City Southern... something... Oh, it was a hypothetical merger. We've got... freight livery on another passenger loco. We've got this goober. Something Omnitrax or Omnitrax. I don't know. I don't know. Something looks weird about this picture. The fact that it just looks like this is going to collide with this, and this is going to collide with this, and that's what makes it concerning. Got another... Ooh, that's one of those weird ones. Full cowl unit. With 6 axles, 3 on each bogie. Ugly as sin. And we've got our SDs over here. I feel like... Oh, okay, yeah, this one's funny. This one is funny. We've got Rail America for the Avelia, which... Not gonna lie, it's not better or worse than what we currently have. We've got the Unicorn Caltrain from, I assume, Pride Month. And a man has fallen into the river of Lego City. More via rail nonsense. That's kind of Okay, this one's funny. This one's funny. I don't know why my emotes aren't working. Is face tracking not working? I like this one. This is cursed, but it's blessed. It is blurst. We've got... Oh. Oh, what is this? And we've got a cab car, which says 69, which...
Nice.
Even though it's technically 6,900, don't give me any flack for that. This is an image of that other logo from earlier. Lehigh and New England. Not what I was expecting for this. But is it contradicted by what is this over here? I feel like it. Yeah. This is a completely different logo for some reason. Repost. Watco for the Wisconsin and Southern. Thanks, I hate it. I hate it, but I love it. I love that I hate it. I hate that I love it. Okay, hit me. Oh gosh, this isn't what I meant by hit. Ooh, just ooh, brother, ooh. And that's another European locomotive with American livery, so that's going to be 2 spins of the wheel. I just wanted to get through all of this. Oh, hey Xandalator, welcome to the stream. The reason they say 67 is because it vaguely resembles 69, and 69 is the funny number. And I guess kids can get away with it a bit better with 67 because people are used to thinking 69 if you're older. But because of the new trend of 67, which I think is probably easier to type because it's just the 6 and the 7 are directly next to each other. I think that also kind of plays into it. Oh, of course, because 7, 8, 9. Should have seen that coming. We got the Sioux line over here. Yeah, 6'7" is basically the height of every basketball player at this point. City Rail, that's a yikes for me. That's disgusting. That's just absolutely disgusting. This is dumb, but a repost. If I recall this, there is actually a locomotive like this. We got the knuckle couplers and everything. But it is from WDTX 1402, so that is also a Photoshop of an American livery on a British, or wait, yeah, it's not British, but it is European. Actually, now that I think about it, does one of the other posts I said requiring the wheel count? Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Just double checking. We've got Amtrak Midwest Venture Cab cars. I don't know what they were thinking when they made these. Like, the British counterparts look so much better as presumably diesel multiple units. The custom built freelance 412-12-6. Classic repost. I don't know what the spell check is either. Sometimes it does some of the weird stuff that you don't expect it to, and it's annoying. In some situations, it gets you in trouble. All right, take your time. Cursed Southern Pacific, Amtrak, and Metrolink. And you know what? I gotta agree. This is wrong. This is eh. And this is just a repost, I think, again. Gunther von Goldensberg with the 1910 crude oil locomotive project with pneumatic transmission, which I think Train of Thought made a video of a few weeks back. We also have this thing, which there's no description on it. I think it's just an electric loco of some sort, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, high-speed electric locomotive. My intuition was correct. I won't deny that. It took a lot of effort to make those. Anyway, we've got Northlander, which I don't know what livery that's supposed to be from. Union Pacific. Oh. Oh. This is the vibe I'm going to get if that merger goes through and CSX gets to be in charge. It's going to be a disaster. Repost. This one's funny. We've got Via Rail with a European logo, but it's got knuckle couplers, so I can't make heads or tails of it. We've got the Rock Island Railroad, but it's the Avalia, which is kind of a repost, if I recall. This is a repost that I don't think I've seen in quite a while. From Kendra Collins, freelance 1860s or 70s Malay locomotives. But yeah, that looks a little nicer. But move on over, Gobernador. There's a new kid in town. And here it is in a different color. Though for some reason, the backdrop is very modern. Like they traced over this. Oh, and it says furry flyer. Okay, yeah, that's definitely cursed. 10 out of 10. Let's see. Barry something. Just blew up the entire Roseville yard. Frick you, Roseville. Now I'm a freewheel it out of here and make sure nobody sees me, he says on social media. Obviously, he's not going to go away with that. Not that it's real, but you get the idea. Alright, take care, Xandalator. See you in the next one. We've got... Actually, it looks kind of nice in this color. We've got another one, so I guess that's 3 spins of the wheel. This is a better version of something I think we've seen before. Via rail, okay, yeah, that's disgusting. That is downright disgusting. And Canadian Pacific, but it's Amtrak. I don't see what's wrong with this. It's a center cab for the Southern. Maybe it's just the wrong period for that paint scheme. That's a repost, and I think that's a repost as well. And last but not least, ooh, that looks disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. But it's one of those weird, goofy, 6-axle Cal unit locos. But yeah, we got that sorted. Now we'll be able to head over to posts from you, like CSX. So how far back do I need to go? 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I think we saw this one. I think we've seen this one as well. Oh yeah, the Moai. And we got the CSX. And the brass thingamajig. Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. Best thing ever. Hugging me Roblox in VR mode. There's a VR mode in Roblox? If you want to do that, that's totally fine. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, though. Anyway, random screenshots from the past and the present. Just going to open that in a new tab. Main clothing assets for Roblox. We've got the Mersk. Guys, this is my... yeah, don't talk to yourself like that, mate. Let Epic, I'm not sure if they want you to disclose that, but moving on. New tab. Oh, that's the last of it. Any shorts that I should be aware of? Nope, it's the same. And videos are also the same. Actually, no. There's one that's here, it's like 2 minutes. And we got the Q&A as well. So I guess we're going to crack those bad boys open. Luckily, they're pretty short. So let's see, random screenshots. I thought there'd be more to this picture, but it seems to be completely cropped off at the edge, and that makes it even more cursed because formats, do you even? But yeah, that's kind of goofy looking. Might be a fourth spin of the wheel. Got some weird stuff here as well. Why is this dude shaped like an orb? Got ourselves a derailment. Oh boy. We've got nice spray paints for this Maersk locomotive. Soviet Space Kitty, which I just don't even. And what I'm assuming is going to be an impending derailment. So yeah, that's kind of cursed. LOL moments. Here we got ourselves in the skybox, floating in the void. And of course, there's a dab. Should have seen that from the start. Got some more derailment nonsense here. Exactly like my old account. And now nobody is to scale. So we'll close that off. Yeah, I don't know how you derail on a curve like that. Le Epic. No, wait, we already saw that. Subspace Trip Mine Rain. Ooh, yeah, that sounds dangerous, but is it train related? No, it is not. Let's go into theater mode. Oh boy, that computer is chugging. Oh, and it's pulling a wheelie. I should have seen that coming. I'm sorry, I can't do Freebird justice. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. I'm just surprised it hasn't derailed yet. Oh, and there he goes. Almost on a straightaway. But you're still going. Astonishingly. I don't know how you do that. Like... Is there no friction in this game? Okay, now it's derailed. But for some reason, the forward momentum is not... It just keeps going. Why does it keep going? Well, that's what's so problematic about this. Okay, you've come to a stop. Finally. Or at least I hope so. Okay. Yeah, that is gonna be a problem and a half. And now we're just getting some stuff that should have been edited out at the end. Did we see this one before? I don't know. But it's CSX Sunday! Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Oh wait, I think we did see this. Just gonna speed through this here. I didn't think they needed that many locomotives on that consist. May as well spread them on to this one. But yep, CSX Sunday. Neum. Neum. Okay. Just close this one out.
Alright finally made the queue, and here it is. Alright, starting with Ready Shirt, I play Roblox Minecraft and sometimes GTA 5, and I met Jeremy in a Page Wilder stream several months ago. Next is Charles 1337. My favourite British locomotive is the Flying Scotsman. I forgot my first admin server experience, sorry. Yes, I do know that happened a couple years. Are railroads instruments? I don't know. And yes, Thomas and Friends is what got me to like trains, of course. Moving on. All of the below, of course, NWS. Is mayonnaise a railroad? Maybe. I don't know my favourite valve gear yet, sorry. My favourite engine in somewhere Wales is Eolus and was previously Rutley. I do play rails of Deed at G County. My favourite locomotive is the diesel engine. My favourite Amtrak locomotive outside of those is the F40PH. My favourite railroad is CSX. I don't know my favourite K5 LAR on Amtrak yet, sorry. I thought that April Fool's locomotive was funny. I don't know if it should be Shed 17 or Project G. 1, I guess Shed 17. My favourite BNSF paint scheme is H2. My favourite CSX paint scheme is 1
Okay.
and 2.
Welcome back.
And that wraps things up. Have a good night, y'all.
With some AI text-to-speech, not to be mistaken for some of the other stuff. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This would really be a good time for some dramatic Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends music. But he's still upright. Still upright. Just wanted to... Let's go back to the... Okay, so it starts here. I thought there would be a little bit more for some reason. Okay. Anybody else want me to look at their stuff? Oh, right. So, 4 spins. 4 spins of the wheel. Oh, that too. But let me just spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody... Frick. That was the first thing I had to hit, because of course I did. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to close all those tabs. Close that, and that. Close this. What else do I have? Just gonna close that. I swear, I've got so many of these dang tabs. It's a good thing I... Oh dear, I didn't mean to get that last one. Because we still need this. Anyway, what were the other things that I needed to get rid of? What were the other tabs I needed to get rid of? This one. This one. This one. And this one. And last but not least, this one. Okay. Hey, Red T-shirt, welcome to the stream. Anyway, let's take a look at the stuff from Bob and JD. Because we can. Scoot this over. Okay. Oh, you came as soon as you went. Have a good one, Red T-shirt. Feel like... Let's reset this. So we got a bunch of... I don't know what's going on here. I need to scoot this over, even if it covers me a bit. How come we have this train? I don't know. Gonna guess the gender soft Bob is real. I don't know what that pertains to. I'll move on. Oh, okay. why the technical issues, or sorry, why does the first ice look so unnecessarily cursed? And the technical issues, I'm assuming, is supposed to be a bleep. Are the ice 1 and the ice 2 the same thing? They are not the same prototype, but you will find. Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Now that I think about it. Oh no! Oh no, this can just write off. Oh my gosh. I don't know how anybody would make this. Let's see. What type of stick figure? A literal t-shirt or a Metro profile pic? You decide. I'm not sure why and how this happened. Oh, it appears you've derailed a high-speed rail. That's no good. And this is from last week, or the last stream. So we finished with that. Well, I will say that it does look kind of goofy. I am not gonna lie. This does look very strange how this one is just elongated for no reason. I think it just has to do with the fact that this is a whole cab unit logo versus an electric multiple units cab car. Just gonna check in a new tab. Oh, yeah, hold on a sec. Just searching for Ice 2. Oh, it actually does look like that in real life. Strange. I'll be darned. Choose one of these? I don't know. I think I don't know. I prefer the first one, but I think the second one's more efficient. Anyway, you wanted me to choose little red t-shirt, 50-50. Speaking of technical issues, round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. It's Blue Lobster Jump Scare! Who knew? Anyway, I'm just gonna hop back into the void while I go and address this. Now, where did I put this? I really should have flipped this around as an asset, but I was in a rush. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, is this good? No, that is not good. This is better. That's worse. Should have been working on this all week. But I was procrastinating because of course I was. Okay, yeah, this is working. Now it's working. Yeah, I definitely need to flip this bad boy around. Oh well, we'll try it again next time. So now I'm a blue lobster. Like the image. It's just my claws are over here. It's just kind of hard to see. What do you mean, no yippee? This is like, this is the first stream I've had this. It's a debut. It's a new bottle debut. Just gonna mark that as a hidden choice for now. Or should I? Now I have the insatiable urge to put it back on the wheel again. Yeah, we'll keep it on the wheel. Yeah, we will just keep it like this, and we will just carry on. Because we looked at everything over here, and I think we should be able to head over to... I don't know. It's just... I'm just a little... This lobster's just a little guy. Don't judge. Don't judge. Anyway, off to Curse Trains! From Train of Thoughts Discord! Go check out Train of Thoughts Discord! Link is in the description, along with his social media on Twitter at TrainFactsGuy, and his channel, which you can subscribe for more content from. Of course, these are also in the description. Please go check it out, and you'd be able to, if you comply with the Cursed Trains rules, be able to submit your own Cursed Trains every 6 hours. But yeah, go check that out. I don't know why it's showing me the search function. I don't need the search function. I think this is where we left off. I don't know. Hold on a sec. Refresh. Gosh dang it, what is it? Is this new? Is this new shenanigans that I need to be worried about? Because I don't remember it showing all the profiles on the side like it was in the past. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let's go to platform 1. Yep, it's still the same. Self-promotion, platforms, curse trains, and I can't squish it. So that's going to be a problem. I don't know, maybe I'll have to resort to actually using my old, where is it? Nope, not even Discord. Regular Discord, the application, is not allowing me to disengage the search button and who's available on the public on the side. How unfortunate. Because that just eats up all the real estate that I need for other important things. Unless... Hear me out. Just gonna scoot this over. Just a little more. Okay, this seems a little bit better. This seems a little bit better. But now I have to move the chat box up. So, which is it? There we go. Actually, I should probably put this on top. Okay, that's better. Well, sort of. Sort of. Let me go make some more adjustments. Okay, now I can actually full screen, which is quite different from what it was previously. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But what I do know... What I do know is that we should be able to move on from where we left off. Just gonna zip on up here. Now, how far do I need to go? That is the question. Because I sincerely do not know. Because I appear to be hopelessly lost. No, wait. So yeah, this is the new stuff. This is... I think this... Yeah, this is where we left off, if I'm not mistaken. Acela Amtrak freight. Yeah, that looks weird. 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 Hmm. Maybe I should have looked it up on the stream before. Uh, yeah. Amtrak Cargo, though they said Acela. I could imagine, but I would imagine I would have been. Let me go check my calendar. That might be easier. Because 2 weeks ago, let's see, we got the 3rd and the 4th. 26th. This is the 20th. I don't know. I remember this one. I distinctly remember this one. I think we'll just pick it up from here. Yeah, I do be like that sometimes. Just gonna zoom out one more bit. Okay. Okay. So, gone fishing. Hoya fanboy 1930s with ha ha ha. No 3-9 for you. Yes, this was a scene from an episode where the aliens wanted to dismantle the 3-9 and the coaches because of its advanced technology. To be honest, I don't remember that episode. Maybe if I saw it, I would more distinctly remember. Like, if it's the planet of the endless summer, maybe? But I don't remember it being that way. But yeah, that it's just completely torn up, and I don't remember that scene. If I scooch this over so I... Yeah, I guess I'm going to be blocking it. Dang. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm really bad at the game. Let's see. Good old Catboy says he needs some milk. I think he's going to need more than milk, if you ask me. Just going to scooch this over just a bit. Oh, guess from this. Okay. I don't know what that is. No, definitely not that continent. Not even close. Oh, it's Thai. Interesting. But I should be able to translate it to English on my side of it. It just says hello. That is the machine translation. Well, we really can't assume anybody's anything on this website, or any other place on the internet for that matter. Can't guess people's parents either. Because sometimes the parents and the kids look completely different. Anyway, Panzer Fox has the following: the Philadelphia and Reading class 1. Oh, wait. Class A4. Not to be mistaken for the Gressley class A4. Anyway, Philadelphia, United States, 1902. 19 were produced. Since the Philadelphia and Reading had access to anthracite coal as a cheap fuel, there's a typo there, switchers were also built as camelbacks with wooden fireboxes. This included the Class A4, which had a 040 wheel arrangement and was built 19 times between 1902 and 1903. They were modernized in 1905 and 1907 with higher boiler pressures and a larger tender. Only numbers 1187 has survived, which was sold to the E&G Brooke Iron Company in 1946 and was in use there until 62. It was purchased by the Strasbourg Railroad and was used there for short runs in the fronts of passenger trains. However, since the locomotive did not produce enough steam for service, it was retired in 1967. In 2020, it was purchased by the Age of Steam Roundhouse and is being cosmetically restored. But yeah, it's a goofy I think we're all suffering right now. One could also argue, wait for it, from my coast to yours, it's all suffering Pacific. Why are you booing? It's funny. We're all suffering here. Have you seen the rent here in California? It's exorbitant. Anyway, Hoya Fanboy 1930s with this post. The K5Ls have arrived. That's a lot of horns. Bro is completely horny. And there's 10 skull emoji replies. Oh boy. The things that y'all get up to. Anyway, Panzer Fox at it again with the East Indian number 21 Express and 22 Fairy Queen. 2 were produced. The number 21 Express and 22 Fairy Queen are today the oldest operational steam locomotives in the world. They were built for the East Indian Railway Company in 1855 by Kitson, Thompson, and Hewitson in England for passenger and mail service between Horwa and Raneganj in West Bengal. Both were 222 tank locomotives with a well tank between the frames and a small coal space in the cab. They also had small coal supplies in the rear tender, or bunker for the lack of a better term, if we want to be more accurate. Wait, don't tell me you're both the same person. It's going to be so awkward. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. Anyway, what was I trying to say? But yeah, there's coal in 2 different spots. Originally they had they had an additional coal tender, like an auxiliary tender, I guess. I don't know. Drivers were 72 inches in diameter with cylinders that are 12 inches by 22 inches bore. Later years, they were used for construction trains. Express service was withdrawn in 1901 and the Fairy Queen in 1909. In later years, they were used... Oh, sorry. Fairy Queen was the first one to be put into preservation in 1972. It was on display in the National Railway Museum at Delhi and restored into operational condition in 1998. After some time of service on a regular basis, it was stored until it was found out in 2011 that many irreplaceable parts had been stolen. I'm sorry, what? These parts had to be scratch built until it could return to service in December of 2012. Also, Express has been restored to operational condition. So we've seen this before, but it is technically a funny funnel. Oh yeah, that looks so much nicer. But yeah, yeah, this is definitely nicer. And here it is in operation. Ooh, that's almost around the corner, yeah. Okay, so here's a close-up. Here's another close-up. Or, sorry, side view. Okay, well, I still feel like I still owe you all those wheel spins. I think that's 3. I think that's 3, yeah, so round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Go to jail! Okay. Fine, be that way. Mark that as done. Egg! Egg. Okay, I was hoping that I wouldn't get that one, but we will mark that as such. And one more time for the Pharaoh's Curse, which I will activate upon changing models. So if you'll excuse me, I will be back in a moment. I don't know. I sincerely don't. But it is kind of convenient because I just kind of improvised and stuck a PNG on my model. So I'm back. Though for some reason it seems to be very hard to see me right now because of how pale the skin is. Okay, that's better. I really should have an outline for the chat so it's easier to make distinct from everything else. I thought I already did. I thought I already did. Like, bruh. Anyway, Fairy Queen, Fairy Queen. But I am absolutely sure of it. Absolutely sure of it. Channel activity. New window. Oh, I guess I didn't. Yeah, I'll get that sorted very soon. I can already see some of this is very cursed. So, I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. And I'm sorry. I should have known better. Now, where did that tab go? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Just gonna squeeze it here. We'll be able to see it in a bit. Oh, and I'm also supposed to be in jail. Anyway, where was I? Amtrak Freight. That's a weird image. I'm starting to feel like this is getting out of hand with the way that the ratio is laid out. Okay, that's better. From photovault.com. Okay, literal tank engines. I can't even. This was from September 22nd. And yeah, apparently somebody made this. Except you really can't see it. Let me zoom in. No, that's not helping. Gosh dang it. This thing needs to make up its mind. Discord, please. Please cooperate with me. Everything's scuffed as it is. But yeah, literal tank engine. Literal tank engine here. Literal tank engines here. I don't know who would make such a thing. It follows the rule of cool among other things, but other than that, it's kind of meh. But I swear, this thing is driving me nuts. Let me just scoot over here. Transform. Edit, transform. Actually, no, way. I don't need to do that. What am I doing? What I need to do is hold, what was it? The Alt button? And yeah, that didn't do it. Because I was selecting the wrong one. Dang it. So what I really need to do is press Alt, squeeze this back. Now I can full screen. Hopefully? Maybe? Something doesn't look quite right. Hey, Jacket Jail Fries, welcome to the stream. Anyway, let me just test it on this, and yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Let's shrink this down a bit. Scoot this over. Okay. Alright, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. We are so back. It was Jover, but we are Barack. Hoya fanboy, 1930s. After the success of the Shinkansen, JNR would do several maglev tests way before the L0 series were made in 2013. Is that so? Evolution from 72 to 2020, 50 years. Gosh dang. But yeah, this is the ML100 from 1972. This is the ML500 from 1977. It's cropped off so you can't see it. I think it's funny how the front looks like the front of a plane, but the back just looks like, I don't know, an upside down rear of a plane. We've got the arrow wedge head for the MLX1 from 1996 over here. And we got the MLU002N from 1993 over here. The arrow wedge would be replaced with the double cusp head in 1996, followed by the MLX01901 from 2002, which was upgraded to the MLX01901A, or they replaced it, I don't know. And then they got the L0 series circa 2013, which set the land speed record, if I'm not mistaken. Where is that audio? I need that audio. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. When all I do is for you, Kermie. Hoya fanboy 1930s at it again. And I'm not sure if it really counts as a cursed train because it's just music that is from the Galaxy Express 39's sequel film, Adieu Galaxy Express 39. And I'm not sure if this cover is gonna get me claimed or not. I know the original didn't, but this is an orchestral version, and I'm not exactly sure it does it justice. I did get the chance to hear it the other day. Let's see, the 13th of the Twitter Living History Post series. Date is the 16th of September, 1925. A tram crashes through a depot wall in Scarborough, North Yorkshire. 5 people are injured. Let me take a closer look at that. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I was hoping I'd be able to show a little bit more, but I guess not. It's kind of hard to see But this is a streetcar that's fallen over a ledge, apparently. So, like, over here is supposed to be the station platform or whatever. Hold on a sec. Let me just get myself out of the way so it's a little bit easier. So, I don't know how you careen off an edge like that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And find yourself at the bottom like this. That's a real skill issue in my perspective. But that's just me. Yep, that's a failed flip if I've ever seen it. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Anyway, let's go fix this. Am I able to get away with adjusting this just a little bit? Nope, I cannot. It goes straight to showing other people's profiles, and I feel that's, in the long term, that's not going to be ideal. So we'll just move on then. Oh gosh. Galaxy Express 39 mangas in the local store in Akiba. Oh wow. I was not expecting it to look like that. At least especially for volume 2. Like, bro, what is he doing? What is Tetsura up to? And then we have some other stuff here, like Captain Harlock. Now my question though, oh gosh, they're mints and sealed. I didn't think I'd actually see that many. Just wow. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's just so many of them. And that's probably not even including some of the other series in the Legiverse. This is just wrong on so many different levels. But it seems that I'm going to have to zoom out. Hold on a sec. Actually, no, wait. I don't think I need to do that. I can just open it in a new tab. What am I doing? And then I can zoom out of that. Like, unfortunately, it appears that I will not be able to share the other side unless... Oh, yeah, I guess that works. But it was cursed because there is a horn hook coupler over here. If I can get this thing over. Ugh. Dang it. How am I supposed to show this to you if it's not working? That's a bit of a tough call. But yeah, imagine one of those double scale horn hook couplers attached to this thing, which is supposed to be an F unit, but it's an F unit shell that's been stuck atop a double O scale frame with a fuel tank that doesn't look very realistic and is definitely out of period. And it's got the I forget. Is this a Dutch? No, wait, this is British Rail. This is British Rail. That's the British Rail logo, which means it's time to spin the wheel. The human! Mark that bad boy is done. Yeah, the uncanny valley of cursed trains, but we've seen worse. Anyway, I should be able to loop the... Okay, so 100%. Just gonna scoot down to the next one here. while I go and disappear once more. This one is not cropped for some reason. I don't know why. Apparently, it didn't do it for all the different scenes that I have. Let me go see if I can take things from here. I swear the human form does not flatter. Not even in the slightest. Okay. Okay. That's better. So where was I? The Lego Master 116 has this. And I don't know what this is, but it's a goofy looking locomotive if I've ever seen one, assuming that it is one. Got some giant gears over here for some reason. The Locomotor Aguido? Or is it? No, it's Agudio? Guidio? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's probably not steam powered. Stazione Sassi de la Funiculare di Superga. The superb funicular railway station. Reading it the other way around. Okay, so yeah, this is a funicular, and you know what that means? That means that the power actually isn't in this little locomotive thingamajig here. It's in the cable that runs up the hillside. And all they do, I'm assuming, is just pull the brakes. Like they do in the streetcars for San Francisco. Unless this is a geared system, because I see gears here. On the bottom side here. Or the teeth of gears, I should say. That doesn't narrow it down, but it just looks goofy. Because normally when I think of geared locomotives, I think cog railways, not funiculars. Because clearly this is where it would be as a funicular. Here it is, we've got a third rail that's got geared teeth on it. So I guess that doesn't... I don't know what they were thinking with this. I'm just gonna stop thinking about it. I'm just gonna put the fries in the brag, bro. Anyway, Panzer Fox with the Queensland Railway Class E. Later Class B12 from Australia, circa 1874, 25 were made. It's a figure of speech. Yeah, put the train on the track. That sounds much better. That sounds much better and more relevant. Anyway, the Class E of Queensland. Queensland Railways was a 260 locomotive built by several manufacturers between 1874 and 82. The biggest number was built by Kitson with 12. 6 were by Dobbs. Or is that... I'm seeing an umlaut. An umlaut. So, Dobbs. 3 by Evanside and 2 each by Nielsen and QR's North Ipswich workshops. From 1890, they were designated Class B12. Most were withdrawn by 1929 in July. Only number 31 had been bought by the Aramac Tramway in 1911, which was used until 1939. Today, only remains of this one and 2 others are existing, but no complete locomotive exists. Yeah, that's a weird mogul if I've ever seen one. I don't know about you, but that just looks silly. Am I able to zoom out on this so you can actually see a little bit more? That doesn't do it for me. Yeah, it's not doing it for me. Next photo. This will do it justice. But yeah, it's got the horn hook couplers. I'm sorry, not horn hook. The hook and loop couplers with the buffer beams. We've got the funny funnel, and we've got a very small tender and a very small cab. I want to say it's narrow gauge, but I could be wrong. It looks a little bit better here. Not gonna lie, because like we've got a much larger coal bunker here on that tender. Actually, I take that back. The entire tender is bigger and more suited for its original intended purpose. And here's another one. Yeah, it was covered with lots and lots of coal for a reason, I imagine. But this looks like something I get at a premium for a narrow gauge HO scale. I don't know why, I just do. But we should be able to resume where we left off on the wheel with Neko mode activate. Yeah. Anyway, let me go fix that. Just apply this and this. Okay. Back to web browser. Just mark that as done, and we will move on to the next one. Oh yeah, that's weird. Budget cuts. Real. So true and real. Thanks for your contribution, Wes. But yeah, it's just so silly to look like you've got yourself just a pickup truck or a Jeep or something. Or some weird combination of the two. And it's just hauling Anna or Clarabelle looking passenger cars for third class. And it says Scotsman down here for some reason. But yeah, that's from Wes. Let's see. S.E. Joel, the Swedish Dragon, says, a child with an imaginary friend creates a fully functioning train set out of paper boxes and smoking pipe. Nothing to see here.
Tåget blir bra. Och Alfons och Molgan leker och har skoj.
To be honest, it's not the worst thing I've seen. Oh no, where's the pipe?
Pipan borta. Vart tog den vägen?
It's gonna burn the tunnel down. And then the rest of the house. The end. Don't smoke, kids. Smoking kills. But yeah, that was from Joel. Thanks, Joel. There's a reply over here. And it just says Albert Aberg, which I don't know what that's a reference to. Okay, now it looks like... Yeah, it doesn't look like this wants to cooperate with me. Oh well. Moving on. Help by rail from Panzerfox at it again. And oh. Oh my. Speeder looking goofy mofo over here. And I can't even enjoy it because, like, there's stuff in the way. But yeah, there's some bloke over here. Probably just minding his own business. But yeah, let's see what the text is. Oh, it's a rail ambulance. Vehicle used for medical transportation services on the railway lines. First rail ambulance in Queensland, Australia was introduced in 1918, with the last withdrawn in 1990. Whoa, that was a long time. It was usually a specially equipped petrol engine rail inspection trolley funded by a local community, with a railway employee volunteering to drive it when necessary. Queensland is a vast, relatively unpopulated area where providing services to remote communities in a cost-effective way has been a continual challenge. Railways were built from 1865 onwards, and in many areas provided major forms of transportation until a significant road improvement program was commenced by the Queensland government from the 60s onward. It was in this context that the mining community of Blair Athol introduced the first rail ambulance in 1918 in order to enable injured people to be transported to the nearest hospital at Claremont. Or is it Claremont? I don't know. I certainly hope it's not French. The idea rapidly spread, with rail ambulance being introduced in Dalby in 1919, Mounts Milligan 1920, Roma and Charleville in 1922, Gundewindi, that's weird for me to pronounce, and Barlaba 1923, Clone Curry 1925, and Blackhall in 1941. Other towns known to have had their rail ambulances at some stage include Charter Towers, Portland, Atherton, actually Pensland, Atherton, Ravenshoe, and Milla. The last rail ambulance was withdrawn in 1990 from Mariba and Blackhall, as by that stage, road ambulance services were available through the state. Oh no. Oh no, what is this? Yes, 72 years of doohickey, but only 5 seconds into this, and I'm just like, bro, no. Why would you illustrate something like this? Chucky the choo-choo train, no. This can just write off. This one's a classic repost. Can't park there, mate, it says. And it's by Smortmax. This is from the Sodor engines and, yeah, Panzerfox. Oh, it's just an ordinary kid's book. Oh my goodness! Squidward! Anyway, Panzerfox says Central Railroad of New Jersey Class E1 from the United States circa 1912, 25 made. The Class E1 consisted of 25 080 Camelback switchers built by Alco Schenectady between 1912 and 1918. From burning fine anthracites, they had a large grate of 91.6 square feet with a wooden... Sorry, The Wooten firebox had a surface of 202 square feet, additional 18 square feet in a combustion chamber. They were also designated 8553 due to their 8 wheels and 53,000 pounds of tractive effort. The superheated Class E2A, the superheated Class E2s had the same designation. The E1 was retired between 1948 and 54. So yeah, I was just, the text is very small here, and I'm just trying to read it on my screen, and I'm having trouble. For some reason, I thought it said E2A, but it's E2s. But that doesn't matter, because this is a chunker. This is an absolute unit of a locomotive. And if you knew about these things, they were a nightmare in general for camelbacks to be operated, because the cab driver in the engineer's seat or chair would not be able to easily communicate with the fireman. So if they needed to adjust the fire and the water levels accordingly, it was difficult to accommodate based on what's ahead on the road. Oh, and that's a repost. This one looks kind of goofy, but also kind of interesting. And yeah, I think we saw this one. Least weird camelback logo. Yes, indeed. Oh dear. Would you believe me if I told you I saw this kind of nonsense on eBay? I don't know who would think of something like this, but it's by Leon. But yeah, it's a 260 Mogul. But even though it was probably supposed to be a tank engine mold for the top, that's not what we got. Got a tender engine instead. Because just looking at the profile of the pipes and all the other stuff around here, it looks like it was supposed to be a German locomotive at one point, but they were like, we're just going to slap it on this. At least going off all the indications, cab included. Oh, Denny B! I haven't seen anything from him in a while. Googly eyes! People need to do this more. I like this. I think we saw this one before. Okay, now it's pretty evident it's just Photoshop. Would have been nice if someone actually slapped them on like this. Though I was not expecting it to be on this one in particular. And this is one of those cursed rail bus thingamajigs that didn't succeed, if I recall. Okay, now they're not even trying with this one. Because these are what the buffers are supposed to look like, because they're painted that way for better visibility. At least according to one dude whose video essay I cannot recall. He works on Blender models of trains and explains facts about them. I forget his name. Something with steel bridges in the name. But yeah, googly eyes here on the Flying Scotsman. And here we got, Boston College. So this is going through Boston. Interesting. Anyway. Yep, the buffers do make it look like a face. By no stretch of the imagination. I'm just trying to make heads or tails of... Oh, right. This is that broad gauge train from Ruby. And this looks like Roblox. And this... I don't know what this is from. But this is disgusting. I would kill it, but I legally can't. But if I would, I could. Oh, okay. I'll make a note of that. Anyway, Saxon M for the German Reichsbahn class 9916 from Panzerfox. 3 were produced in Germany circa 1902. Oh dear, what is this? I feel like we've seen this before, but it doesn't make it any less weird. And if that's... It's got 2 funny funnels for the price of 1. I think it's also interesting too. I'm just looking at this. Look at this. We've got a cable here that lifts a pin in the coupler so that it can be just safely operated without getting your fingers crushed or something. Or at least that's what I imagine it's for. Oh gosh. Just looking at it in this perspective, ooh, that is goofy. That is absolutely goofy. Like, no cap. It looks astonishing. I think this is a prime example of poor taste, good execution. We're purely function over form right here. Actually, you know, that is a good point. It does kind of look like it's wearing a coat. And here's a HO scale minifigure, or is it a garden scale minifigure? I can't tell. But yeah, they have the extra protective plating around the running gear so that it's not exposed to the elements or to dumb people. And yeah, I don't know. I just get boat vibes from this too. That's the other thing. Because, like, here's the covered tram version, but apparently there's more than one version of this. Interesting. Anyway, what did they say? Panzerfox said, for freight traffic on the Reichsbahn Orhensdorf line, one of the only 2 meter gauge lines in Saxony, Germany, the Saxon State Railways got 3 Farley locomotives in 1902, which they designated IM. They had 2 axle bogies with 2-cylinder compound engines each, which were fed by 2 separate fireboxes in the middle of the boiler. The roof spanned the whole length of the loco, and since the tracks were located on the street in many places, the running gear was covered. When taken over by the Reichsbahn in the 20s, the locomotives were numbered 99-161 and 99-163. Soon, the roofs over the boiler barrel were removed, and in World War II, 99-163 was shipped to Crimea in the Ukraine, but the ship was sunken on its way. Oh, so we got trains underwater. Someone's got to go find it. The remaining 2 were retired in 1963. 99-162 was preserved and on static display in Dresden between 1971 and 74. Previously, the roof had been restored to its original form. Today, it is found at Oberhensdorf, a former station on the line that it once operated. But yeah, that is just... it's so surreal. But yeah, only one of them fell into the ocean or whatever. All the others didn't have such a fate. This fireless locomotive has me internally screaming. And for some reason, there's an extra loco back here. If I can show you. What's with this little doohickey engine back here? Like, I just don't. I just don't even. Yes, the triangle train. Ooh, this one. The new arrival. With the Dinosaur Express. Did we see this last time? I feel like we saw this last time. Let's see. Oh, that's good. That's good. At least my memory is still kind of working. Anyway, Franz the Fox Demon, aka Panzer Fox, with Return to Bayer Garrett, Queensland State Archives Edition. This is the set of photos of a Garrett being unloaded at a dock in Pinkenba in 1950, plus a few extra technical pictures of the Garrett without its front tank and inside the cab as well. My locomotive privileges appear to be revoked. Anyway, plonking it down there. Oh yeah, I was thinking of actually using this locomotive for a thumbnail, but I couldn't do it justice because my fat head was in the way. How it feels bringing that couch upstairs. It's so true, though. It's so true. But yeah, that's all the photos. Ooh, not these ones again. This is that weird rail project from a while ago that we saw. But here it is for the South Regional Transportation Authority. But yeah, this was supposed to be like part of a DMU, but I don't think it came to fruition. And this is a repost of... Oh, right, I just remembered. I still have to spin the wheel for that funny funnel from earlier. Oh, cat privileges have been revoked, so we are going to mark that as done. And I am going to hop back into the void once again. Actually, I'm supposed to be in jail. Anyway, let me just hop back into the void again. Okay. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Just absolutely gone. Reduced to atoms, yes. So yeah, we saw this before multiple times. And I think we've seen this before, just not in this ominous lighting. Like it's in the middle of a police interrogation. Oh, and this is from Captain Hades, and this is from, yeah, Panzer Fox, and Captain Hades again, and Main Metal Mike. I forgot to mention that. And this is Colorado and Southern 23. Okay, just wanted to give a heads up. So yeah. Got games on your phone, Brakeman? That's... that is the vibe that is coming off of this image. Just real zoomer energy. And it doesn't even want to display properly. Oh! Oh no. But yeah, thanks Johnny for that post. Hoya fanboy, what did you find? What on earth did you find this time? Oh, this is Veramex. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? And now I got my fat head in the way. Let me scoot back out again so we can enjoy it better. I always hate that you never get the chance to see all of the locomotives enter the turntable well. It's always after the fact. But then again, I think the only way you could do that and anticipate it correctly is if there's a lot of run up to it. Like there's a lot of time for you to anticipate it's coming, or you set it up to do that in the first place, which in that case, what on earth are you doing? Get help. Okay, I'm back. Hago asks Littleton, are you feeling okay? I don't think so. He's hit the Welsh coal one too many times. This is from Leon, and this is a goofy locomotive that we've seen before, or at least something to its effect, because it's got the pistons in the middle, and it's a 0660 locomotive of some sort. I don't know how this thing navigates turns, because there doesn't look like there's much play in the rods here for tight turns, unless some of the flanges are blind, which that would definitely reduce performance on curves. I know, right? I see what you did there, Harris, with a 1. Found this on Facebook. I am planning a model railway layout. Thoughts, please? That's a... No further comment. Bro was not even trying. Captain Hades at it again with the E353. There's people saying this thing looks like a PS5, a Samsung, an air purifier, and for my brother, it reminds him of the Soundwave from Transformers. I can see why. I can see why. I wish that there were less locomotives. I'm sorry. I wish there were less train sets like this in Japan where like they just have this weird front. I imagine they do it so that they can have a gangway by hooking up multiple train sets together. But aside from that, I really can't think of any other reason that would be the case. Father, I found this in your garage from Hoya Fanboys, and oh dear. Got some temporary tracks made completely out of wood here. I have many questions about this. But it's friend-shaped, and I want it. I know it looks goofy, but I want it. I just know I'll never have it. Okay. Someone replied to a comment from the previous stuff we saw in an earlier stream of the new Lego holiday train and how it's getting a new 3D printed train piece, but it's a shame that it looks so goofy. So J2 has replied to that previous comments from himself with this from Mega Bricks. And I thought the new 10,361 holiday train was lacking, so I redesigned it based on the engine's vague design motifs, drawing inspiration from Victorian era locomotives, while trying not to deviate too much from the original design and parts inventory. Currently, I am working on rolling stock to go with it. Hope this works. What do you think? Click the link for a 3D view. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is in 3D. For some reason, I thought this was a photo because it was so tiny. But yeah, let me just open this here. Please don't be anything weird. Please don't be anything weird. Please don't be anything weird. Okay, so here's the... Oh, where's the rest of the conversation? Oh, it's loading. Loading. Building scene. Okay. Poinsettia. I feel like this should be facing a different direction, but I could be wrong. And then I can scoot over here. It says Holiday Express up here. We got the power over here. It's a little, the controls are a little awkward. Please excuse me. And for some reason, they never bother to have buffers in the regular coupler stuff for these kinds of trains. I'm not exactly sure why. But yeah, it does it a lot more justice. That much I can say. I do wonder, though, how to get all the driving and connecting and side rods together and stuff for a better look. Anyway, USS Salem with Iron Dragon. Classic repost. Despite having a funny funnel, so we're not counting that. Oh gosh, what is this? Vinny Diesel, is what they said, and what am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? I don't even know where to start. And let's see, Hoya Fanboy 1930s at it again. The different sizes of standard gauge. This is why we make the distinction between the loading gauge and track gauge. If it will let me show everything here, please. No? Fine, be that way. And this dude's 5'9" in the corner. Not that you can see him, unless I scoot over like this. You can vaguely see him, like right over here. But yeah, I'll just scrunch this back. Oh lord, don't get me started. Bertha, she, her, posted the Nikola toy train model, which I think this is a repost. Yeah, it's a repost. Yeah, repost. Just gonna mark it as such here. Gosh dang it. There we go. Poor Robert from Hoya Fanboy 1930s. Yeah, they did my boy dirty. They did my boy dirty. Let's see, the 14th of the Twitter Living History Post series, January 18th, 1974, from Panzer Fox. A train derails near Bettle, Canada. It causes a massive wreck, but there are no injuries, which is a good thing. Look how they massacred my Robert. True, true. Oh yeah, now I can see why there wasn't much in the way of actual, human injuries or casualties. Because this looks all like freight train stuff, so... No harm, no foul, except to the rail company, but I'm pretty sure they're covered by insurance for these kinds of things. Meanwhile, we've got Captain Hades again with some very weird Japanese experimental trains. Oh yeah, this weirdo. I don't know what they were thinking with the pantograph up here. Like, they were trying to make sure that there was as little drag as possible, but I guess it didn't work. And for some reason, he just looks like he's got a big head and a tiny face. We've got this one over here. Is this the one that had those weird pop-outs that generated drag to help it break in case of an emergency? Here's another approach at trying to streamline the pantograph. Not exactly sure that one worked out either, because I don't see it very often, if at all. And this is experimental in its own right, but it is nothing to write home about. If I can just scoot this over, or scoot this back. Gosh dang it. The fact that it's cropped is just making me want to pull my hair out. But yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. And the cab is very high off the ground for no apparent reason other than improve visibility, but I don't know, what are you gonna do? And then we got this goober. I don't even... And, like, some of these aren't, like, actual standard gauge bullet trains trademark. They're, you know, the Cape gauge stuff for all the private rail systems. At least from what these images are showing. Muka Skyla has this post, which I'm just going to open in a new tab because stuff is in the way. Got a classic repost here with boats being hauled on land. And here's the same thing, but it's a turntable. Oh gosh, there was a turntable that was planned for this thing? Bruh. And I thought moving boats was bad enough. But yeah, let's go check out this. This is for Mexico's railways. British Loco, North American paint scheme. And USS Salem with the Hogwarts Express cosplaying as the Polar Express. I'm sorry, what? The who now? I'm speechless. I am absolutely speechless. I hate how it crops off like this now. This is atrocious. This is a travesty. I just wanted to show people some funny, goofy images. Hey Jay Christensen, welcome to the stream again. We're just having technical problems as usual, just not the ones I would normally expect. Also, Sir Douglas mentioned below, this picture was messed up with AI. Whoever did this was trying to clean it up and ruin the picture. Oh, I'm assuming from AI upscaling, and not like the algorithmic stuff, but something more LLM based. The Ferrocarril de Antioquia. Number 1, the Antioquia. Oh, this goober. Yeah, that's... I always thought this one was weird. Oh yeah, I see why they said it was messed up by AI. Look at all the text. In trying to make this thing sharper, they made it worse. Thanks, I hate it. But this is from Colombia, circa 1875. The first locomotive of the Ferrocarril de Antioquia was a small 040 saddle tank built by Manning Wardle, 1875. Carried the works number 535 and was the only locomotive built by this manufacturer for Colombia. On the railway, it got the number 1 and the name Antioquia, and for one reason or another, oh, sorry, I'm misreading it again. It burned wood that was carried above the water tank. Oh, that's what the cage is for. Must be awkward to have to reach over to the far end. To allow for filling the water, even with a high heap of wood, it had a filler mounted high above the tank that can be seen in the photo. Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was just a funny funnel, but it's a different kind of funny funnel. Anyway, even after the introduction of more powerful locomotives, it was used for construction trains, according to a report from one senior es Esneder Gutierrez. This locomotive derailed in a ravine at La Malena in the 1890s and fell into the water. Only the boiler could be salvaged, and it was used as a stationary steam generator. Dang. Oh, you do think it's a funny funnel? Fine, so be it. I needed to do something to get my mind off anyway. Oh, come on! That's not fair. You can't have the same thing twice like that. Let's get a truly random result. I think I was asking for too much. But you know what that means? It's time for lobster jump scares! Oh no! But now I'll be able to show the people who have just matriculated in later what's just debuted for the stream. So let me just hop off for a moment while I go and get that sorted. Just gotta make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's not working. Let me... Okay, now it's working. Well, sort of. Let me scoot it over a bit. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay, this is an improvement. This is an improvement. Okay. But now I have a lobster! And I just cracked my wrist again, sorry. But yeah, Mr. Queensland Rail says that they have chosen violence today. With a Pacific Line themed locomotive with... I don't even know what kind of a wheel arrangement that's supposed to be. 064? I am at a lack for words for this thing. I wonder if it's on sale on eBay. I want to snag it. Here it is, the proper photo, not messed up by AI. I've emailed the site owner about this. From Sir Douglas. We salute you, Sir Douglas. Because this is what it was originally like. That is a very, very grainy photo. With about as many synapses, with about as many pixels as I have working synapses. This was in Stream Highlights, I think, for Train of Thought's live stream on Saturday. And it's just Thomas the Tank Engine from, I want to say, the Strasbourg Railway for a day out with Thomas festivities. And it's been photoshopped to have, what was it? I was going to say the Insane Clown Posse or the Juggalos, whichever comes first. Didn't mean to zoom in on it like that, but you get the idea. Mr. Magalore, today on This is totally original and definitely not riffing off another recent popular property. Both Jim Button novels were out by 1963 and these came later, so the resemblance to Emma certainly isn't coincidental. Also, why do these copies always tend to look weirdly worse? I don't know what oh. 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 Yeah, that does look worse. Sorry. I need to stretch. Because I haven't been doing anything other than just sitting on my chair for the longest time. And I've been sitting in an arrangement that I normally don't, with my feet on the floor, because my body isn't used to that. And yeah, that is... Ugh. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. So this is the original, and these are all the knockoffs. Thanks, I hate it. Let's see, Panther Fox one more time with the Philadelphia and Reading 385 and 378, later built as Class D10As and D10Bs. That is also true. That is also true, yes. Superintendent L.B. Paxson of the Philadelphia and Reading was convinced in the mid-1890s that an express locomotive with one powered axle could be sufficient to haul express trains at high speed. He was thinking that, in particular, of some trains between Jersey City and Philadelphia that covered the 90 miles with a light load. When asked about the ideal wheel arrangement, the choice fell for the 422, which was popular in Great Britain as the so-called singles or bicycles in the US. Equipped with wooden firebox with a grate of 75 square feet and installed in order to be able to produce a lot of steam at high speeds with the combustion of residues from the anthracite processing. This meant that it was designed as a camelback locomotive with the cab in the middle of the boiler. I'm sorry. The steam dome sat behind the cab on the firebox. The power was provided by a four-cylinder compound engine of Vulcan type, in which jointly cast high and low pressure cylinders were present on each side. Oh, this thing. Both were rebuilt as 440 wheel arrangements in 1904, with slightly different configurations between each other, such as the size of the drivers, retention or loss of combustion chambers, different boiler sizes for and tube seating surfaces. The one thing they shared, however, is that they both had a simple two-cylinder engine with a 19 by 26 inch cylinders. Oh yeah, this thing. I just don't. I'm gonna have to open this in a new tab. Gosh dang it. And this one too? Maybe not this one. But it's atrocious. And here it is with the schematics for what they changed it back to. Oh boy. I should have left the door open to my bedroom, but I was worried that there'd be sound interference. Bro went too far. Yes, he did. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. With the CSX and an Amtrak Ice 1. I think this was from the 90s when Amtrak was deciding on what high-speed train sets they were going to get. let's see. And that was from Hoya Fanboy 1930s. And this is Panzer Fox. And this is Mr. Magalore. What else was there? Revenge instead of revenge. Does this Eldritch Horror qualify? Considering it's been converted to a static heater, the answer is yes. We hate to see it, but it's better than nothing. There was a drawing of this loco a while ago here, so I've come to say that it is real and it is French. And it's also a repost. Epsilon. So we are going to move on. J. Hacksworth sightings. That 240 that appeared on the stream earlier. He is real. That edit sat in my mind rent-free for a good 2 years, and I finally decided to make him real last year. Well, kudos to you. I do certainly hope you've been able to provide instructions for how everybody can make this in their own time. That would be great. Hope you had enough for the rest of the class. Yep, it's the silly little guy. It's just a silly little guy. Let's see. BW Digital Photography with the Do It Clinton. Which is cursed in its own right, but I think we've already seen that before. Botslicker with an USRA locomotive, but something is wrong. Because it says Grand Trunk Western, even though it's got the logo profile for, I want to say, Canadian National at one point. 5601 versus 4501, so that's another issue. This was shown in the stream highlights as well. Oh, and there's a third number, 4529. Dang. Oh, and another number, 4501, of course. Of course. Okay. Because it's got this on this side, and this on this side, and I don't even know where to begin with that. Indeed. Let me go fix this. That didn't fix it. This sort of did. But yeah, it's just Thomas. Hire a train for rent. Oh, it's one of those things. I thought it was custom. But I guess the space is pretty run-of-the-mill. And the buffers have been taken off. Not so much Welsh coal as it is cans of paint. So yeah, this is the cursed Goofy bicycle logo / single. And this is what it was converted to a 440, which, to be honest, it looks okay-ish. This is from before. That is that. That is this. Excuse me. This is from Facebook. Oh my gosh. I love him. I love him so much. Absolutely adorable. But also technically a funny funnel, so I guess I'll spin the wheel on that. But yeah, this is what it was supposed to look like. Just gonna zoom in here if I can help it. So you can see the tender, which is cut off halfway. If you can kind of see it there. So yeah, they had to do that so people could sit over here, I guess. to operate in the cab by being hunched over and that sort of thing. Panzerfox with the 15th of the Living History Post series, April 4th, 1975. Near Zazlai. What is that? Near Zazlai, Lithuania, a passenger train hits a tank car carrying fuel, resulting in a fire that takes the lives of 20 people and injures 60 more. It is the worst rail disaster in Lithuanian history. Oh, yeah. And, oh, yeah, that's firefighting foam. That's how bad that fire was. They couldn't be bothered to use water. Then here's the wreckage after the fact. And a locomotive on the side. Oh gosh, how many more posts are there? Okay, not many, but we'll try to power through. We'll try to power through. I'm just not feeling so hot right now. J. Hacksworth sighting was playing with a game of Save or Scrap with friends the other night, where we show off our collections of bottle trains and dictate whether or not we'd keep them or throw them out if we owned them. Friend mentioned Class 86s, and me being the initial D geek I am, I had to toss this together in like 5 minutes. Something multi-track drifting. Gotta add that to my soundboard as well, but it might get claimed. Anyway, Lord Peterson, Jessalip the First. I rebuilt the LNER Garrett into a vaguely normal 282 loco. I do need to redo this though, as it was a rushed job. Rebuilt on the left, original on the right. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of how it would probably look. At least one of the clothes are now cleaned, and with nice engine water. It's the year 1962. Mexico Railways in the Atlijo Puebla. A girl fills her bucket with hot water for laundry from a Baldwin narrow gauge 280, numbered 269.
Nice.
Built in 1921 from J. McMillan. But yeah, I can totally see why this would be an issue. These are actually a bunch of edits I forgot I made over a year ago while I was trying to figure out how to use GIMP. It's basically open source Photoshop, presenting the Union Pacific Chesapeake, the first one I made, the Big Hudson, and the Triplex Boy, from Fort Master. And I'm going to have to open these in a new tab as well. Dang it. Yeah, Laundromotive, that does check out. Just going to check this in a new tab. Oh, and this is where we were first, so just going to mark that down. And oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Can I zoom in on this, please? In a way that lets me show you the rest of it, because it's just a truncated big boy. Here's a more truncated big boy. Dub the Big Hudson. If it'll work for me. Nope, it doesn't work that way either. Gosh dang it. Okay, now I think I might be able to Nope, not even close. Dang it. And I really need to wrap this up. And here's the triplex, or at least what I was able to show you vaguely. Because I'm in the way. What if I do a little of this, and then a little of this? Never mind. It's not working. Doesn't matter, moving on. My favorite pastime right now is making cursed models. Oh, and this is from Lassiter, and this is from Fortmaster, Hoya Fanboy. Okay. A streamlined 75mm narrow gauge 080 because Russia. Yeah, that is something. That is definitely something. The wedge. It's a little sanded off though. I think we need to sharpen it. So yeah, we got British Rail stuff over here, and we got some goofy stuff over here on top of a cowl unit, which is mortifying. But it could have been worse. Actually, I don't even think they really modified it that much. They just put the shell on top. It looks like everything else is fairly unfazed. Like, the shell on this one is still here. It's just the shell was taken off this one. I don't think it's able to move under its own power. At least not safely without derailing. And last but not least, from you, Jay Christensen. Found this on Facebook. And it is a goober of a loco. If it'll let me zoom in where I want. Oh, and the piston's actually made with the help of the side of a bogey. That's interesting. Excellent creative skills. And Katie couplers. And we got... This is going to be a 024. Unless this tender is its own thing. I highly suspect it's fused to this here, but I could be wrong. Custom wood. Funny bell over here. And it's a camelback, because of course it is. Alongside the vertical running gear system. I feel like this warrants spinning the wheel one last time. Just because the entire loco's funny, even though the funnel isn't. Amtrak Genesis. Oh. I just gotta pull through. Excuse me. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I still have to see the stuff from Red T-shirt. Because, let's see, we got this. We got this. I don't know what that is. Classic repost. Fantasy scheme. Fantasy scheme. Weird SpongeBob repost. Here's a photo that I took when I remember this battery-looking train. Or something. And then there's a repost, 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 repost. Freight train, CSX. Oh, and some other stuff from before. But is this supposed to be... Oh, it's a slug. I should have known. Slowest rail service. Very predictable. And we got a fantasy scheme here. For a very strange loco. Okay, so yeah. Curse trains. that I found on a video by Scylla Train, and I'm recommended down here, which is excellent. Anyway, let's go to Jacket Jail Fries, because we need to wrap up stream. We got videos. We saw this one. We got shorts. Those are the same. We got playlists. We got posts. We got Coal Box. Where would I find 3-wheel chassis? No particular reason why. And I did the thingy. It's the stickly. You guys remember this? If I made an actual episode, which I might, what are some things I should do with them? I don't know. Let's find out. Got Sponge, and this is from a month ago. And the tracks are very jagged. That's what's so cursed about this. That's in the extra funny wheel down here to make it defy white notation, French notation, and every other kind of wheel arrangement notation. Also kind of funny that the funnel over here is also hooked up to the lamp for some reason. Anyway, let me go fix the thingamajig. Because I got Amtrak, so you know what that means? Okay, Genesis, settings, general settings, camera 3. Okay, I'm back. But I should be in jail. Okay, that's better. Alright. Alright, so we got that. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would do this. Maybe you could, like, apply a dowel at the bottom that looks like extra wheels over here. It's not showing on my screen, is it? Oh, there we go. So yeah, maybe a dowel that's drilled through, I guess. I don't know. We got this dude just waiting for time to fly, I guess. And this is Cursed Trains Returns, which it's not showing everything for one reason or another. Boy, I'm having trouble breathing, and I'm not sure why. I think I just need to clear out my sinuses and I'll be better. Or maybe I could just open this image in a new... No, I can't open it in a new tab. That doesn't help. Well, I can zoom out at least. The fast mixed traffic locomotive. The number 10 silver, 662 plus 044. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure that I got all my T's crossed and my I's dotted. Let's head over to your Discord to see if there's anything that's changed. Oh, gosh. Oh, and I also still have to spin the wheel. Again. And now I'm a pickle! Oh, yeah, that didn't go according to plan. Let me fix that. Back to back, I swear. Oh boy. Oh boy. I know I can pull through. The doohickey with the funny funnel. Oh, right. Let me fix that. Okay, I'm back. And that's a funny funnel, technically, so... Yeah, absolute doohickey of a Plymouth. This is from the other day. This is from the other week. Get Real Complete version. We're incredible. With the SR64. Rock Roller. No weird trains, only CB and O. I'm sorry, CB and Q today. Are you sure about that? Anyway. And that's it for the stream. So I don't know if there's much. Oh, right. Amtrak fan has a few more things on Benny Boy's Discord. Seen it. Oh, here's the new stuff. We've got damn. We've got Western Pacific soda. We've got my itch. We've got balls. We've got eat and die. Why does it keep doing that? Your pants. Classic. And I think that was it. No, there's Allegiance. That's a repost. That's a Metra repost. That's weird. That is very weird. And of course, Norfolk Southern. Okay, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I am completely exhausted. Like I'm going to pass out or something. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm glad to see everybody back once again after a week's hiatus. I want to thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. And remember to take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everybody. Dang, wrists acting up again on